Northeast Tonight, brought to you by Oil India Limited, conquering newer horizons. Coming up from the Northeast Live Studios in Guwahati, Northeast Tonight with Wasbir Hussain.
Hello and welcome to Northeast Tonight, the show that decodes the region. As of today, ahead of the 2021 Assembly elections in Assam, it is the BJP versus the rest in the state. Of course, the Akhom Gana Parishad continues to be an ally of the BJP along with a few small ethnic political entities. But the honeymoon with the Bodo People's Front is over, with party top gun Himanta Biswa Sharma lambasting the Hagrama Mohila-led BPF in poll rally after poll rally in the Bodo council areas. The brand new development in Assam's political landscape now is the emergence of various new regional political parties, some of whom have rallied around the ASU-backed Akhom Jatiyo Parikhad. This raises quite a few questions. Has the ASU finally lost its non-political character? Yes. ASU leaders in the past have joined various parties like the AGP, Congress and the BJP. But the ASU leaders this time openly talked about forming a new political party to take on the ruling dispensation. This has been something absolutely new. In fact, the party AJP has already been launched, and the ASU leaders at this point in time have congregated for a convention at Duliajan, where its top leaders like President Dipankar Nath and General Secretary Lurinjyoti Gogoi will relinquish charge and formally join the Akhom Jatiyo Parikhad. ASU Chief Advisor Dr. Samujjal Kumar Bhattacharjee is also relinquishing his charge, but he has declared that he is not going to join any political party and would lend his services to the All Assam Students Union, although he is going to retire from the student organization after a very long association. What will be the impact of regional parties like the AJP in the poll results? Will the Akhom Gana Parishad take the maximum hit? The AGP on its part is going around saying many of these new regional parties are creations of the Congress. In this backdrop, are Assam elections 2021 going to be murky and a game of name calling? To debate this very significant and interesting issue tonight, I am joined by Professor Krishna Gopal Bhattacharjee, a key ideologue of the Akhom Jatiyo Parikhad. Also with me is Mr. Rupam Goswami, Chief Spokesman of the Assam BJP. Congress leader Kirip Chalia joins me from New Delhi. From Golaghat, I am joined by Manwar Hussain, a former ASU Central Committee member, former ASU Assistant General Secretary, who has recently resigned from the organization, that is ASU, accusing it of being dictatorial. I also have in Guwahati well-known commentator and professor of Guwahati University, Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta. Gentlemen, welcome to Northeast Tonight. Let me go to Krishna Gopal Bhattacharjee. Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharjee, the AGP is the pioneer of regionalism in Assam. Why is the AGP now saying that parties like yours, that is the AJP, is the creation of the Congress?
It's completely wrong. AJP is not the creation of Congress, and in fact, actually, we are equally opposed to Congress and BJP. We do not want to have any track with Congress or any track with BJP. We are a completely different regional party, and the basis was ASU and AJYCP constituted a committee, and that committee suggested that the Assam Jatiyo Parishad should be formed. We have no link whatsoever with Congress, whatsoever with BJP.
Okay, that is the opening remark from Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharjee. He has clarified that you are equidistant, you will maintain an equidistance from both the Congress and the BJP, you are equally opposed to the two parties. Now my question, I am coming to you, Mr. Rupam Goswami. Mr. Kirip Chalia, if you can hear me now, AGP President Mr. Otul Bora has said that parties like the Assam Jatiya Pariষদ and others, the Raizor Dal and others, are creations of your party, that is the Congress. So why is the Congress, if I am to believe him, why is the Congress even indulging in this kind of things, if at all it is correct?
If I take an impartial view, I'll have to say that the regional parties that are being formed, these regional parties have come into existence mainly to fight the BJP. It's a fact that it is they themselves who has identified BJP as the enemy number one, which was, I think, on hindsight, I would say that was not the right thing to do. But that has given them, and there are many others who have been less critical of Congress and more critical of BJP, saying that that BJP is the ruling party. But I think, somehow or other, a regional party ought to be a purist party. And if they think that only defeating AGP is the sole motive, then I think they will face this kind of criticism.
No, they are out to defeat you.
Colleagues.
They are not here to defeat only the AGP. They are out to defeat you as well. That is the Congress party.
I think their aim should be to ensure the victory of regional forces. Not defeating somebody comes on the way. They should defeat anybody who is opposed to regional party.
But your party leaders in Assam are waiting with open arms to embrace parties which have been recently formed. That is the new regional parties.
No, see, that is a different thing. That is a different thing. If there is a coalition, if there is a pre-election alignment, then that can happen. But as of now, to say that regional parties have been created by Congress, I have my doubts about it. I don't think our party has reached that kind of stature.
Okay, let me go to Rupam Goswami. I'm coming to you. Moi apnar ola ahi asu Manohar Hussain and Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta. Rupam Goswami, is it correct to assume to this time that 2021 elections will be BJP on one side? Of course, you have your AGP as your ally. You have already snapped relations with the Bodoland People's Front, so you have only one major ally at this point in time. So would it be correct to assess that it will be a contest between the BJP on one side and everybody else on the other?
Obviously, BJP allies and the rest will be the fight in 2021. We have not only the AGP, we have Tiwa Iko Monso and Rava, at the same time Ganashakti, they are still with us. So we have like a rainbow-like type of coalition we have. So definitely, if you see across India, BJP is always in one side and the rest of the parties are always in the other side. And they are trying to defeat BJP by way of many tactics. Like, you have asked Kirip Chalia that is it the creation of Congress? Definitely, if you see the politics, inside politics, if you study very closely, then this party, though they could not even win a seat, it's very doubtful because it is not easy to win an election forming before 2 or 3 months before the election.
So you do not consider parties like the Assam Jatiya Pariষদ a threat at all? Do you think they are going to impact in any way?
No, but they may work as a spoiler. They may work as a spoiler.
So who is going to take the hit? Is it the BJP or the AGP according to you?
No, they are trying. Definitely they will hit the AGP because they have they came with a regional sentiment. So definitely they will try to hit the AGP, not the BJP. BJP has a strength across the state with organization capacity, huge organization strength we have right now. We have 42 lakhs members, Then we have Shakti conveners, 6,000 Shakti conveners. Shakti conveners means 5 booth together form one Shakti Kendra. And
We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
you are
yeah.
talking about the strength of your organizational structure, how well entrenched it is. That's what you are going to say.
This is paper strength.
This is paper strength, according to
you
Dr.
should
Krishna
not,
Kumar.
you should not underestimate
it
the
is paper
others.
strength.
You should not underestimate us.
Okay, let me go to Manwar Hussain. Manwar Hussain was the former Assistant General Secretary of the All Assam Students Union, Central Committee member. He has just resigned about less than a week ago. Manwar Hussain Dangoria, প্ৰথমতে আপুনি কওকচোন আপুনি কিহৰ কাৰণে আপুনি পদত্যাগ কৰিবলগীয়া হ'ল সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ পৰা?
প্ৰথম কথা সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ বৰ্তমানৰ সভাপতি দীপাংক কুমাৰ নাথ ডাঙৰীয়া সাধাৰণ সম্পাদক লুৰিণজ্যোতি গগৈ ডাঙৰীয়াৰ কিছুমান কাম কাজত আমি সন্তুষ্ট নহয় তেখেতসকলে কিছুমান কাম চৰাচৰিভাৱে একনায়কত্বভাৱে চলাই আহিছে যিটো কথা আমি কেতিয়াও মানি লোৱা নাই আৰু দ্বিতীয় কথা শেহতীয়াভাৱে আপুনি যিটো কথা চৰ্চা চলি আছে অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদৰ কথা সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ কেন্দ্ৰীয় সমিতিৰ যিটো সিদ্ধান্ত হৈছিল তাত সিদ্ধান্ত আছিল যে অসমৰ খিলঞ্জীয়া মানুহৰ পৰিচয়ৰ অস্তিত্ব সুৰক্ষিত কৰিব পৰাকৈ এখন পৰামৰ্শদাতা সমিতি গঠন কৰিব পৰামৰ্শদাতা সমিতিয়ে এই সম্পৰ্কত পৰামৰ্শ আগবঢ়াব পৰামৰ্শদাতা সমিতিয়ে পৰামৰ্শ আগবঢ়ালে তাত বহুকেইটা পৰামৰ্শ আগবঢ়াইছিল সাংস্কৃতিক ক্ষেত্ৰত অৰ্থনৈতিক ক্ষেত্ৰত শৈক্ষিক ক্ষেত্ৰত তাৰ মাজত কেৱল ৰাজনৈতিক পৰামৰ্শটো লৈ পেলাই সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ সভাপতি সম্পাদক তৎপৰ হৈ পৰিল আৰু ৰাজনৈতিক দল গঠনৰ বিষয়টো সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ ৰাজ্যিক কাৰ্যনিৰ্বাহত কোনো আলোচনা হোৱা নাছিল বা অনানুষ্ঠানিকভাৱে কোনো আলোচনা হোৱা নাছিল যিটো কথা আমি বিৰোধিতা কৰি আহিছোঁ আৰু শেহতীয়াভাৱে ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ যিসকল কেন্দ্ৰীয় কৰ্মী বা বিষয় কাৰ্যনিৰ্বাহকৰ বিষয়ববীয়া বা জিলা স্তৰৰ বিষয়ববীয়া তেওঁলোকক এই অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদ নামৰ দলটোৰ সৈতে জড়িত কৰিব বিচৰা হ'ল যিটো সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ যিটো চৰিত্ৰ তাৰ পৰিপন্থী সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থা এটা অৰাজনৈতিক ছাত্ৰ সংগঠন
কিন্তু মনোৱাৰ হুছেইন
অৰাজনৈতিক হৈ থাকক
মনোৱাৰ হুছেইন
খিলঞ্জীয়া
মনোৱাৰ হুছেইন মোৰ প্ৰশ্নটো হ'ল আপুনি হৈছে একমাত্ৰ আছু নেতা যি পদত্যাগ কৰি সংগঠনটোৰ পৰা ওলাই আহিলে চ' আপোনাৰ লগত মত মিলা আপোনাৰ লগত একে মত থকাটো আৰু আছু নেতা আমি দেখা নাই আজিৰ তাৰিখত
আছে মোৰ পূৰ্বেও সীমান্ত ঠাকুৰীয়া নামৰ সদৌ গুৱাহাটী ছাত্ৰ সন্থাক ৰিপ্ৰেজেণ্ট কৰি কেন্দ্ৰীয় সমিতিৰ সদস্য তেখেতৰ পদত্যাগ কৰিছিল
তাৰমানে আছুৰ নন পলিটিকেল যিটো অৰাজনৈতিক যিটো কেৰেক্টাৰ সেইটো আছুৰ যিটো অৰাজনৈতিক কেৰেক্টাৰ নন পলিটিকেল কেৰেক্টাৰটো আজিৰ তাৰিখত নাই নেকি
আমি ভাবোঁ যে আছুৰ অৰাজনৈতিক যিটো চৰিত্ৰ এই চৰিত্ৰ কিছু পৰিমাণে হ'লেও গুণে ধৰিছে অসমৰ ৰাইজে আছুৰ আমাক যেতিয়া লগ পায় বাটে পথে আছুৰ কথা প্ৰশ্ন কৰাতকৈ অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদৰ বিষয়ে বেছি প্ৰশ্ন কৰিবলৈ আৰম্ভ কৰে আমুকত কেণ্ডিডেট কি হ'ব আমুকটো কি হ'ব তামুকটো কি হ'ব এনেধৰণৰ প্ৰশ্ন কৰিবলৈ আৰম্ভ কৰিলে যাৰ পৰা আমি ভাবিলোঁ যে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ এনেবোৰ কাম কাজে অৰাজনৈতিক চৰিত্ৰৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত অৰাজনৈতিক চৰিত্ৰ হেৰুৱাৰ উপক্ৰম হৈছে
আপুনি কি ক'ব খুজিছে আপুনি এইটো ক'ব খুজিছে নেকি যে আছুৱে এতিয়া অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদৰ এটা ষ্টুডেণ্ট উইং হিচাপে আছু থাকিব পাৰে নেকি আপুনি সেইটো ক'ব খুজিছে নেকি
মই সেইটো কথা ক'ব বিচৰা নাই আছু হিচাপে থাকিব সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাই তাৰ অৰাজনৈতিক চৰিত্ৰ সদায় অক্ষুণ্ণ ৰাখিব কিন্তু মূলতঃ কথা হ'ল যে আজি যদি মই কোনোবা এখন ঠাইলৈ যাওঁ মোক প্ৰথম প্ৰশ্নটো আছুতকৈ অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদ সম্পৰ্কত প্ৰশ্নটো বেছিকৈ কৰে ৰাইজে তেতিয়া মই ভাবিছোঁ যে ৰাইজে কিয় আছুৰ কথাটো নুসুধি পেলাই মোক জাতীয় পৰিষদৰ কথাটো সুধিছে গতিকে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাই এনেধৰণৰ এটা উদ্যোগ কিয় ল'বলগীয়া হ'ল এই কথাটো আমাক ক্ষুণ্ণ কৰি তুলিছে
আচ্ছা আপুনি থাকিব আপুনি লাইনতে থাকিব মনোৱাৰ হুছেইন লেট মি গ' টু ইউ ডক্টৰ অখিল ৰঞ্জন দত্ত Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta, now as we have said, it is 2021 is likely to be the BJP and its ally AGP on one side and everybody else on the other. Everybody is trying to, defeat the BJP. Everybody else, whether it is the Congress, AODF combined, whether it is the new regional parties which have been formed, some of them have already merged into the Ahom Jatiya Parishad. Everybody is trying to defeat the BJP. Now my question is, will it help the BJP in the long run? Because there is going to be total division of votes and BJP, AGP votes will remain intact. Is this a simple arithmetic? Do you buy this? Do you buy this arithmetic?
It has, Waspi, this is not happening for the first time that, that all opposition parties are coming together to defeat the ruling party. If you look back 2011 elections, in that particular election too, almost all opposition parties came together to defeat BJP. Therefore, I don't think that this is something happening for the first time, or this is something very unnatural in Indian politics. And even if you look back the national elections, you could see whether it is in 1989 or 1996 or afterwards, when Congress was the dominant force, almost all political parties came together to defeat the ruling party. And therefore, this is nothing new either in Assam's politics or in national politics. Now, the important question that came up, what will be the role played by these newly formed regional political parties? My understanding is this, that these political parties will act like a buffer parties. They'll basically be spoiling there are two forces particularly. One is Ahom Jatiya Porikhod, the other is the Raizor Dol.
But they have merged, doesn't it, if I'm not
them
mistaken?
Will act.
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. No, they have not yet merged.
Not yet merged.
I don't think that they have, at least officially, they have not yet merged. But if you look at that, they have different, consolidation in terms of their, popularity or popular bases.
Yeah.
Ahom Jatiya Porikhod has a consolidation, particularly among if I can use the term, ethnic Assamese people or Assamese-speaking middle-class population. And the Raizor Dol, which has been formed by Krishak Mukti Sangram Samiti, has the consolidation among the poor people, particularly the peasantry, both in Upper Assam and Lower Assam. Therefore, we are not very sure who is going to be the force of spoiler for which political party. My understanding, as far as Ahom Jatiya Porikhod is concerned, and I have spoken about it at length, that their target is to defeat BJP. And they have never been telling that their idea is, or their objective is to win the election. And we need to be very, very clear on that. They have never said that they are forming government.
Yeah.
They have been never telling that
Dr. Akhilanjan Datta, hold your thought. Let me ask Krishna Gopal Bhattacharjee, Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharjee, this is a very interesting point which Dr. Akhilanjan Datta has made. Your objective is to defeat the BJP. He is saying to defeat the BJP, but not to win the elections.
No, that is wrong. Defeat the BJP and at the same time win the election. No?
But how is it pragmatic? Is it pragmatic on your part to think that floating a political party 6 months before the elections without any organizational base, you will be able to take on a dominant player like the BJP in Assam without the support of a national political party like the Congress and its a dominant ally, that is the AIUDF?
You see, the same thing happened with AGP also. When AGP was formed in October. They won the election in January.
So, it's a
different story. A similar thing may happen because we are banking on the regional sentiments of the people of Assam.
But let me tell you, Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharjee, sorry to interrupt you, I'll give you enough time. You see, even in the height of the Assam agitation, even in the peak of the Assam agitation, with this euphoria, the AGP did not get an absolute majority. AGP got about 60 seats roughly. So that was the height of regional.
What about BJP? BJP also has got 60 seats.
True, but there was no euphoria at that point of time.
We had an alliance, because we fought with an alliance.
We got
euphoria. 86 seats. Alliance got 86
my direct question, I'm coming to you, Mr. Kirip Chalia. My direct question to you, Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharjee, is the AJP really serious about winning the elections on its own without taking support of parties like the Congress and the AIUDF?
At this moment, I already said that we are equidistant from Congress or its allies and the BJP. So what we are thinking that we will have one candidate from the regional forces in each constituency. And I think we are going to win in most of the constituencies.
So you rule out any alliance with the Congress if necessary at some point of time after the elections?
No. Yes, I rule out. That means there will be no track with, as I have said in the beginning, no track with Congress, no track with BJP.
So, Mr. Kirip Chalia, your party leaders, let's have Mr. Kirip Chalia on the screen. Yes. Mr. Kirip Chalia, your party leaders have openly said that, they have extended an olive branch to these new regional political parties. They said that we want everybody to come and join us. We have to defeat the BJP. That is what the Congress top leadership in Assam, including your party president, has been saying time and again. But do you think the regional parties, do you think they can even suggest that they will align with the Congress party? Because the regional sentiments, that is how is the bedrock of their existence. Do you think they can align with your party?
See, alliances do not take place through open public statements. Alliances are done through through certain amount of similarities between ideology, the situational compulsions of the time, making public announcements that we are siding with this, we are making this appeal, that appeal doesn't we strengthen the
that
alliance
is
or
that
doesn't
the
work
reason
for alliances.
Okay.
I think one has to be cautious about it.
You are saying that you have an alliance, you want to have an alliance with the AIUDF, but you don't want to make it public.
No, you have to have an ideological justification for the alliances.
So you have ideological justification in Assam context. That means the Congress in Assam has ideological justification only with the AIUDF. Is that what you are saying?
No, personally, if you ask me, there cannot, to talk about a simple alliance of Congress and AIUDF and oppose BJP and AGP will put Congress in a disadvantageous position.
Okay. What do
That
you
is
make
my
of
opinion.
this, Rupam Goswami? The Congress leadership in Assam has been openly saying that okay, we want everybody to come together to form a grand alliance, Mahagathbandhan, Mahajut, and defeat the BJP in Assam. Do you think the political parties as it exists today, the Congress and AIUDF has already announced their alliance, but regional parties may be willing to take the Congress support at later stage, but they are not willing to say that now because of obvious reasons?
No, definitely, you see, during the car agitation, you have seen that we have seen some photographs of ASU leader with the Rahul Gandhi, then Congress president. And of course, Assam Jatiyatavadi Yuva Satya Parishad leader were also there, along with the Raizor Dol, Akhil Gogoi and all others. They had we have seen a photograph, and from the photograph we can make out that they really had a discussion at that time with Congress President Rahul Gandhi. So what it indicates? It definitely indicates that the talk was going on from that time onwards, because no doubt they have formed the party today, but definitely thoughts and talks were started then only. So
it is not true. See,
you may claim it is not true, but people of Assam, they have understand this because people of Assam are politically very conscious. In 2014, BJP fought the MP election alone. At that time, what happened? The AGP put the candidates in different seats just to defeat BJP. The same way now Congress has again played these tactics, and previously also Congress tried and split the AGP and form NSGP. So people came to know about it, how Congress does their politics. It's very clear.
No, yes, Krishnapal Bhattacharya, you were trying to say something, please.
Actually, at that time, during the car agitation, people, ASU and other leaders went from Guwahati to meet all the political parties, not only Rahul Gandhi.
Okay.
They met Nitish Kumar also. They met Shiv Sena leaders. They met all the political parties.
So that
not just Congress.
Point noted. I'm coming to you. I'll have to go for a break. Before that, I'll come to you, Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta. Kintu moi Manwar Hussain or sorle goiso. Manwar Hussain ASUR ভূমিকাটো লৈ পেলাই যথেষ্ট চৰ্চাত আছে, সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাত যথেষ্ট চৰ্চাত আছে। তেওঁলোকৰ ভূমিকা কি হ'ব, আপুনি কি হোৱাটো বিচাৰে? আপুনি এইটো ভাবে নেকি যে এটা এনেকুৱা এটা পৰিস্থিতি আহিছে য'ত মানে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থা আগন্তুক ইলেকশ্যনত 2021 চনৰ ইলেকশ্যনত হয়তো কিছুমানে ভাবিছে যে অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদৰ ছাত্ৰ ইউনিট ষ্টুডেণ্ট উইং হিচাপে হ'ব নেকি? কাৰণ প্ৰত্যেকটো ৰাজনৈতিক দলৰ এটা ষ্টুডেণ্ট উইং থাকে। বিজেপিৰ ষ্টুডেণ্ট উইং আছে, অখিল ভাৰতীয় বিদ্যাৰ্থী পৰিষদ, NSUI আছে কংগ্ৰেছৰ, SFI আছে লেফ্ট পাৰ্টিজবিলাকৰ, কমিউনিষ্ট পাৰ্টিজ, তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ এটা হ'ব নেকি? ASUৰ এটা নিৰপেক্ষ ভূমিকা, এটা প্ৰশ্নবোধক চিন।
প্ৰথম কথা হ'ল যে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ এটা ঐতিহ্য আছে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাই নিজৰ অৰাজনৈতিক চৰিত্ৰ অক্ষুণ্ণ ৰাখি অসমৰ জাতীয় জীৱনত সন্মুখীন হোৱা সমস্যাসমূহৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত দৃঢ়তাৰে মাত মাতি আহিছে ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীয়ে সন্মুখীন হোৱাৰ সমস্যাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত দৃঢ়তাৰে মাত মাতি আহিছে গতিকে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাই নিজৰ অৰাজনৈতিক চৰিত্ৰ অক্ষুণ্ণ ৰাখিব লাগে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাই কেতিয়াও কোনো ৰাজনৈতিক দলৰ হৈ কাম কৰিব নালাগে আৰু অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদ গঠন হৈছে কিন্তু গঠন হ'লেও সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থা এটা বেলেগ বস্তু সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাই সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ হিচাপে কাম কৰিব লাগে আৰু অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদে
কিন্তু
নিজৰ
আপুনি
ৰাজনৈতিক কাম কৰিব লাগে
মনোৱাৰ হুছেইন আপুনি এটা অভিযোগ আপোনাৰ খন্তেক আগতে আপুনি এটা কথা ক'লে যে অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদ বা সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ কিছু সংখ্যক নেতাই আপোনালোকক এনেকুৱা এটা নিৰ্দেশ দিছিলে যে অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদৰ হৈ কাম কৰিব লাগে এইটো এটা অভিযোগ ডাঙৰ অভিযোগ
মানে কথাটো হ'ল এনেকুৱা ধৰক আজি মই মোৰ ঘৰ গোলাঘাটত মোকে যদি সভাপতি কথা কৰি সোধে যে গোলাঘাটত পাৰ্টিৰ কামটো আগবঢ়া নাই হোৱা নাই জিলা সমিতিখন বনোৱা নাই তেনেধৰণৰ কথা যদি সোধে তেতিয়াৰ পৰা তেতিয়া এই কথাবোৰ আচলতে উচিত নহয় আৰু তেতিয়া এই কথাবোৰ মই সদায় বিৰোধিতা কৰি আহিছোঁ সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থা বেছিব লাগে অসমৰ ৰাইজৰ মৰমৰ সংগঠন আৰু এই সংগঠনটো নিজৰ অৰাজনৈতিক চৰিত্ৰ অক্ষুণ্ণ ৰাখি অসমৰ খিলঞ্জীয়া মানুহ আৰু ছাত্ৰ সমাজৰ স্বাৰ্থত কাম কৰিব লাগে
Okay, I will ask Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharya to respond to it after the break. But Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta, this election in 2021, it's going to be extremely murky, isn't it? A BJP on one side, except the Bodoland People's Front, which they have severed ties, their alliance is intact. Whereas the other parties, even the Congress and the AIUDF, that day the Congress President Ripun Bora said, I am not an agent of Badruni Rajmal. You want to have an alliance and you don't want to tell the people because you are still assessing the impact of a possible alliance with the AIUDF. So what's going on? What is your assessment? Very quickly, I'll go for a break.
See, I think in terms of election campaign and election strategies, as of today, BJP is far ahead of all political parties or its opponent, whether it is an alliance or other political parties, because both in terms of mobility, campaigning, also resources, BJP has been doing in a very, very strategic manner. And also it has consolidated its vote banks among certain communities. When we talked about Congress, we used to talk about Ali and Kuli. Now for BJP, they have almost captured the Kuli community or T-tribes community. And they have consolidated among the Hindu Bengalis, and gradually they have also captured the electoral belts of tribal communities. Therefore, in terms of electoral strategies, they are far ahead of all other political parties. But if the alliance between Congress and AIUDF materializes in a very, very strategic manner, then I think there will be a formidable competition between BJP-led alliance and the Congress-led alliance. Otherwise, BJP is far ahead of all other political parties right at the moment.
At the end of the day, election is an election and the voter is the king. We'll have to wait and watch. On that note, I go for a short break. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Let me go to Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharya. Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharya, there is a feeling, there is a perception that the Assam Jatiya Parishad is depending to a great extent depending on the All Assam Students Union, whether you say it or not, but they are depending to a great extent on the ASU for its organizational support during the elections. That is the perception.
Well, you have to look at the way the Assam Jatiya Parishad was constituted. No? It was constituted on the advice of a committee constituted by ASU and Assam Jatiyatavadi Yuva Chhatra Parishad. So definitely we want some goodwill and some help from ASU and AJYCP. but that does not mean that they will have to get rid of their non-political character. They will remain non-political
No,
organization.
but how can you expect the ASU to remain non-political when you are expecting ASU to support a political party like the AJP?
No, we are not expecting them to become members of AJP and all that.
But you are saying you are expecting goodwill and support.
Yeah, at that time also, you see how Assam Gana Parishad was formed. That was also constituted by ASU. And initially the strength of AJP was ASU. Now this ASU and AJYCP combined and they constituted a committee, and on the basis of recommendation of that committee, this Assam Jatiya Parishad is constituted.
See, I think there is a perceptible difference. Dr. Akhil Ranjan Datta and Mr. Kirip Chalia first. The breaking news is that, you know, the Assam Jatiya Parishad is expecting support and help from the All Assam Students Union. Now, you had also been in student politics, Mr. Kirip Chalia. You have been a parliamentarian, you had been a veteran political leader. Can a student group extend support to any political party and then say that we are non-political? Kirip Chalia.
I tell you, one of the biggest wonders, which even the very, very highly intelligent people, including the Assamese media, accept, and including, I'll say even Krishna Gopal Da also accepts, that ASU is non-political. I don't know, when I was in ASU, we took part in all political issues. I mean, not being in an established political party is different, but to say that ASU is non-political is the biggest joke of this century in Assam. Having said that, let me say, what is so strange about the Jatiya Parishad, which Krishnada himself said, that it's a creation of ASU. Then naturally ASU will have to support them. If they don't support, then why do they create a thing? What is there to be discussed? And in fact, I compliment him that he is very blunt and open about it. What is there to hide? You don't have to feel shy about it. It's not like, you know, BJP saying that I am taking the help of Badruddin Azmal.
Okay, but why is this question being asked again and again is because the ASU leadership, despite everything, despite the background we all know, despite everything, the ASU leadership is saying that we are going to maintain our non-political character and we do not support anyone. Manwar Hussain,
ASU leaders has been acting like demigods for quite long time, and they will continue to do that. You mean to say that AGP leaders were not ASU leaders? Why they don't have the guts to say that we are political?
Congress leaders were also ASU leaders. Don't forget that.
And BJP leaders too.
Absolutely.
Now, about this Manwar Hussain matter, I like to say something.
No. First of all, you have to clarify a little bit that, you know, it is, Kirip Chalia said that it is, of course, since the Assam Jatiya Parishad was floated or suggested, it came up with the following the suggestion by the All Assam Students Union, it is quite natural for ASU to support your party. That is what Mr. Kirip Chalia has said. Would you like to say something?
No, we are not saying that they will become members of AJP or etc. etc. But this is the party. Even in our constitution of the Assam Jatiya Parishad, it was mentioned that this is a party constituted on the basis of advice from a Paramarsha committee, which was constituted by ASU and AJP.
Okay, now Akhil Ranjan Datta, I wanted to say something. Do you want to come in on this point where the ASU's non-political character is being seriously questioned?
As Kirip Chalia has pointed out, as a political analyst, as a social scientist, I think that ASU has never been a non-political entity. It has been a political entity because it has been dealing with core political issues of the state. But they are not part and parcel of the electoral political parties. Now, being non-political and being not there in an electoral, in a party that contests in the elections are two different things. For me, ASU has been a very, very political entity. It has been a very, very political organization. Therefore, they have been dealing with all these issues, whether it is immigration or whether it is citizenship.
No, that is a different issue. That is a different thing. That we know that. Akhil Ranjan Datta, we know that.
That is not a different thing. We have to have that understanding.
We know that.
If you go back to 1985 elections, let me finish it. If you go back to the 1985 election, it was ASU who facilitated the formation of Ahom Gana Porikhod. And in 1985 elections, ASU played a very important role towards the victory of SGP. They didn't have an organization at that point. They didn't have the political base at that point. Minus ASU, they wouldn't have owned any seat in the assembly elections. Therefore, if you think that after 85, ASU has remained quote-unquote non-political entity.
So,
they
therefore,
now also they'll remain a non-political entity. But in my considered opinion, they are very much a political entity.
Understood. Monwar Hussain, ASUয়ে আজি ইমান দিনে ASUৰ যেটো হিষ্ট্ৰী ASUয়ে সদায় পলিটিক্যাল ইস্যু ডাঙি ধৰি আহিছে political issue raise কৰি আহিছে whether it is Bangladeshi influx whether it is car agitation whether it is anything they have been a political entity কিন্তু প্ৰথমবাৰৰ বাবে ASUৰ নেতৃবৰ্গয়ে openly publicly এটা দল গঠন কৰিব লাগে বুলি কৈছে আৰু আজি এই ডিসকাশনতে অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদৰ এজন আইডিওলগ মুভাৰ এণ্ড শেকাৰ যোনে সংগঠনটো গঠন কৰাত তেওঁ গুৰি ধৰিছিলে বা ধৰি আছে এতিয়া বৰ্তমান কৃষ্ণ গোপাল ভট্টাচাৰ্য প্ৰফেসৰ ডাঙৰীয়া তেখেত পেনেলত আছে তেখেতে কৈছে যে ASUৰ পৰা সহায় বিচাৰিছে সাপোৰ্ট বিচাৰিছে সো ইটস ওপেন আৰু কিৰিপ চলিয়া ডাঙৰীয়াই কৈছে যে এটো ইমান আচৰিত হ'বলগীয়া কি আছে ASUয়ে সাজেশন দি প্লে অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদ গঠন কৰিছে ASUয়ে আগতেও অগপক সাপোৰ্ট কৰিছে সো বৰ্তমানৰ কি ব্যতিক্ৰম কি এবাৰ
প্ৰথম কথা হ'ল যে ছাত্ৰ সন্থাই কেতিয়াও সাজেশন দি পলিটিক্যাল পাৰ্টি গঠন কৰা নাই ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ কেন্দ্ৰীয় সমিতিৰ সিদ্ধান্ত আছিল যে অসমৰ খিলঞ্জীয়া মানুহৰ ভৱিষ্যত সুৰক্ষিত কৰিব পৰাকৈ এখন পৰামৰ্শ দিবৰ কাৰণে এখন পৰামৰ্শদাতা সমিতি গঠন কৰিব এই পৰামৰ্শদাতা সমিতিয়ে পৰামৰ্শ আগবঢ়াইছিল কেইবাটাও পৰামৰ্শ আছিল তাৰ ভিতৰত এটা ৰাজনৈতিক পৰামৰ্শ আছিল যে দল গঠন কৰা সেইমতে দল গঠন কৰা বিষয়টো সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ ৰাজ্যিক কাৰ্যনিৰ্বাহকত কোনো আলোচনা হোৱা নাই আনুষ্ঠানিকভাৱে কোনো আলোচনা হোৱা নাই গতিকে আমিও নাজানো দল কেনেকৈ গঠন হ'ল কেৱল সভাপতি সম্পাদকে গম পায় এই কথালৈ আমাৰ মতবিৰোধ আছে
Okay, now Rupam Goswami, you have just heard Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharya saying that since the Ahom Jatiya Parishad has been formed following a suggestion from the ASU and the AJYCP, it is quite natural for AJP, that is Ahom Jatiya Parishad, to expect support and help from the ASU. Now, after this, do you think there is a big question mark on the non-political character of ASU? Now, yes, Dr. Akhilanjan Datta and others have been saying that ASU has always been a political entity. We understand that because ASU has been raising political issues. But it's a question of supporting a political party. That is where the difference lies this time.
No, Mr. Kirip Solia very rightly said in 1985, ASU has openly supported the AGP and that's why the AGP has utilized the ASU structural units of the different districts and Anshalik Somitis. So that's why AJP came to power because you have to this time also definitely AJP will definitely use the ASU this structural their structural unit of in different Anshaliks and different districts definitely. So that's why you cannot say that ASU is not political. It is only a gimmicks. ASU has been always a political and still political and will be political, no doubt about it, But I have a question that ASU has given a birth, first child AGP, now again second child AJP. They could not take care of the first child. Now they have given a birth to given a birth to the second child. So like people of Assam will not believe on this birth and they definitely people of Assam understands what was the motive of the car agitation because the only motive is there that some particular leader, not entire ASU leaders, some particular leader has the hidden agenda that Monwar Hussain, I think he could not come out openly, but his inner feeling says that only to fulfill inspiration of some of their leaders of the ASU, this AJP has been formed. And we have BJP and the...
Now, let me ask then Monwar Hussain very directly. পোনপটীয়া প্ৰশ্ন মনোৱাৰ হুছেইন আপুনি ডিপ্ল'মেটিকেলি উত্তৰ দি আছে আপুনি ভাবে নেকি যে আপোনাৰ যিটো আপুনি পদত্যাগ কৰিলে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থা কিছুমান নেতাৰ ব্যক্তিগত স্বাৰ্থ আগত ৰাখি তেওঁলোকে কাম কৰিছে বুলি ভাবে নেকি?
কথাটো তেনেকুৱাই ধৰক মানে কথাত সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাই কোনো ৰাজনৈতিক দল জন্ম দিয়াৰ কথা থাকিব নোৱাৰে কাৰণ সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ সদায় কিছুমান ৰাজনৈতিক বিষয়লৈ মাত মাতি আহিছে হয় কিন্তু যেতিয়া ৰাজনৈতিক দলবোৰে এই সমস্যাবোৰ সমাধানৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত ব্যৱস্থা কৰা নাই বা সমাধানত ব্যৰ্থ হৈছে তেতিয়া সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাই এই বিষয়বোৰ মাত মাতিবলগীয়া হৈছে গতিকে তাত এই ৰাজনৈতিক বিষয়ৰ মাত মাতি আহিলে বুলি ৰাজনৈতিক দল এটা গঠন কৰি ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ মজিয়াৰ পৰা ৰাজনৈতিক দল এটা গঠন কৰিবটো হ'ব নোৱাৰে এইটো কথা
হ'ব নোৱাৰিব কিন্তু এতিয়া প্ৰশ্নটো হ'ল অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদ গঠন হ'ল এতিয়া চৰ্চাত আছে লগতে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাকো তাতে যোগ দিয়া হৈছে প্ৰশ্নটো হ'ল আগন্তুক নিৰ্বাচনত অসম জাতীয় পৰিষদৰ যিটো মানে পাৰফৰ্মেন্স সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ সহায় সহযোগৰ ওপৰত এটাইতকৈ বেছি নিৰ্ভৰ কৰিব নেকি
কথাটো হ'ল যে ধৰক আজিৰ তাৰিখত মই বিৰোধিতা কৰা মূল কথাটোৱে কি যে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ ৰাজ্যিক কাৰ্যনিৰ্বাহকত এই দল গঠন সম্পৰ্কত কোনো আলোচনা হোৱা নাই আৰু আনুষ্ঠানিকভাৱেও ক'তো আলোচনা হোৱা নাই কেৱল দলটো গঠনৰ গোটেই বিষয়টো কেৱল সভাপতি সম্পাদকে জানে গতিকে এই কথাটোৱে আমি বিৰোধিতা কৰি আহিছে আৰু আমি সদৌ অসম মই বিশ্বাস কৰোঁ যে সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ বৰ্তমান ৰাজ্যিক কাৰ্যনিৰ্বাহকৰ অধিকাংশ সদস্যই দল গঠনৰ বিৰোধিতা কৰে
Let me say something on this because this Monwar Hussein's affair is ASU's internal affair. I don't have much to say. But then one thing is clear, so long Monwar Hussain has not objected. No, just before the Duliajan conference he is objecting and he is resigning. Now, what we have heard, and it is also newspapers, that he failed to get elected to the Duliajan conference as a representative. And that's why he has resigned. And now, all along he has been with ASU, and he has not raised these issues, and now suddenly he has raised these issues. Of course, he is right that ASU will maintain non-political character, and I agree with Professor Okhilanjan Dutta also, he is a political scientist, that no organization, no people's organization can remain non-political.
Absolutely.
It will be political.
No, that is true.
But then these are not participating in the electoral process. ASU is not going
How
to
not they are not participating? They are not participating directly, but indirectly they are participating.
And let me say, Mr. Goswami, that in the last elections to the Assam Assembly, although they have not announced, ASU openly supported BJP because at that time BJP was the alternative. So we wanted to get rid of Congress.
We don't have any tie-up with ASU.
No tie-up. But
neither BJP
but
was given back by the ASU.
But everybody knows in the last election,
maybe some might support us. Some might support us. That doesn't mean neither we seek support at that time. They supported us. That is a different issue.
Okhilanjan Datta. Yes, Okhil, you wanted to say something.
No, see, a nationalist organization, if we think that a nationalist organization will not play any role, any critical role in any elections is something very, very abstract and absurd. True. And Professor Bhattacharya had made it very clear. In every election, all Assam Students Union, for that matter, Ahom Jatiyotawadi Jubo Chhatra Porishod, for that matter, Krishak Mukti Sangram Committee, all organizations who otherwise claim themselves to be a non-political entities, they have supported either this political force or that political party or political alliance. In 2016 assembly elections, ASU played a very important role because they have been very, very critical about the misrule, corruption, the agenda of large revenues being pursued by the government. Therefore, they were very, very open, opposing the Congress party, and thereby they supported BJP. Therefore, this time, because BJP played a very important role, BJP not given any, they have not paid any attention to the growing discontents or huge discontents against Ka. Therefore, this political force has come about and come into being, or is going to come into being. And ASU will definitely help the Ahom Jatiyo Porishod in 2021 elections.
Okay. Kirip Chalia, now, the Congress AODF combined, it is, I would say that is the main challenger as of now of the BJP. Of course, AJP is saying that they are also going to be a big challenger to the BJP. My question to you is, is the Congress party in Assam really serious about bringing all these regional parties together into a grand alliance which your party leadership is talking about? Is it feasible? Do you see it turn into a reality before the elections?
Say, to the best of my knowledge, now Congress General Secretary in charge has been changed. Now a new General Secretary has come. He's a young and very dynamic person, very pragmatic. I think he's looking into the situation very closely. I think anything that has been told by the state leadership earlier doesn't matter. What the new leadership, new AICC General Secretary will decide will matter. And the considered opinion of most of the congressmen is that there should be an alliance with all. If Congress makes an alliance only with AIUDF, it will be ideologically wrong, it will be politically wrong, and it will be even electorally wrong.
Okay,
and to have give certain space to regional forces and to the left is the need of the hour. So, how this develops in the long run, we don't know. We can't say. I am not an authority.
I think it's a very significant statement made by Congress leader Mr. Kirip Chalia, saying that only an alliance, only a Congress AIUDF alliance will be ideologically wrong, and it will not be not pay rich dividends perhaps during the election. So he says that the majority of the Congress leaders think that there should be an alliance with all. But my question to you, Dr. Krishna Gopal Bhattacharjee, are you in a position to defeat the BJP? Are you in a position to align with parties like the Congress and the AIUDF? Because the AIUDF says that we are also a regional party.
I am not going to predict anything because we are just organizing our party, and party convention will be held at Sibsagar next month, early next month, and after that formally the party will be launched. So
AJP
we'll
convention, breaking story is that the AJP convention will be held in Sibsagar next month, where the party will be formally launched. And in that convention, I am sure leaders like Dipankar Nath and Lurinjyoti Gogoi will also be there, and we have to wait and watch as to who takes the leadership of the Ahom Jatiyo Porikhod. That is the breaking story. AJP convention at Sibsagar next month, where the party will be formally launched. That is what. Now I'm just running short of time. Mr. Rupam Goswami, you know, yes, before I come to Rupam Goswami, Kirip Chalia, you wanted to say something. Last word. Yes, Kirip Chalia.
I think one must not ignore that the most significant political realignments will take place only after the results of the BTAD election. Meanwhile, various permutation and combinations are taking place. I think AGP will be a very, people are ignoring, but I think there are certain factors like AGP suddenly becoming independent. Nobody is thinking about it, but anything can happen in politics. Number two, what about the other parties in Bodoland, like the party of Hira Sarania? You know, there are, I'm not going to divulge everything, but let me tell you, certain realignments are taking place, new polarizations are expected to take place, and meanwhile, as Jatiya Parishad is saying that they are also forming the party around that time, I think election scenario will be clear only at that time. But there will be a lot of people taking this side and that side.
Okay, I'm running short of time. Mr. Rupam Goswami, you have already snapped relations with the Bodoland People's Front. Tomorrow, a very crucial meeting of the BJP Central Committee is taking place in New Delhi on the Assam elections. Top leaders like the President, Chief Minister and the NEDA convener, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, have already left for New Delhi, where this issue is going to be discussed. Now, what is your prediction about the 2021 as far as alliances is concerned? We know that you have snapped ties with the BPF. Are you going to now have realignment in the Bodo heartland? Because that will also be reflected in your alliance for 2021.
Look, actually, when BJP allies with some party, actually BJP doesn't ally with the party. BJP allies with the concept of the party. That means that that party has a support of which community, which caste, which sentiment. That's what how BJP allies with some party. So, like you know, like Tiwa, we have alliance with the Tiwa because all Tiwa people are.
Now,
with
who
these
is going to
people.
be your new ally
Like,
in the as far as Bodo Council is concerned?
That central committee will decide.
Central committee will decide.
Central committee will decide.
Okay.
But if the people of Bodos, the party who will represent the people of Bodos will be definitely our partner. As very rightly said, Kirip Cholia, that after the election.
Only
of
after the
BTC,
election. So BJP is holding its cards to close to its chest, but it is actually an open secret. If the BPF has been dumped, we all know, we all can guess as to which is the political party that the BJP is eyeing to work together in the coming days, both in BTC as well as in the Assam elections in 2021. Akhil Ranjan Datta, your last word.
I think what Kirip Choliha has pointed out is very correct. They have been looking at what is going to happen in BTC elections as far as the alliances are concerned. BJP, both BJP and Congress particularly, they have been looking at that. And as far as BJP is concerned, they are more concerned about, although Rupam Goswami has said that they are looking at the concept, means who represents the people, but they are very, very concerned about their electoral victory. And they can go to any extent as it has already started. They have already broken or they have already fragmented the party. They have taken away Bishwajit Doimari from BPF and they will be doing more for that. And because their sole objective is to win the election and they can bring lot of fragmentations even among various political parties.
Okay, Hekhot Monwar Hussain, আপোনাৰ বিৰুদ্ধে অভিযোগ হৈছে যে আপুনি ইমান দিনে মাতমতা নাছিলে এতিয়া হঠাৎ দুলিয়াজান কনভেনশনৰ আগ মুহূৰ্তত আপুনি ৰিজাইন দি এটা চৰ্চাত আপুনি চৰ্চিত হৈ আছে সমুখয়
প্ৰথম কথাটো হ'ল যে ইমান দিনে আছুৰৰ ভিতৰত থাকি কথাবোৰ ভিতৰতে ক'ব পৰা যায় আছুৰ সংগঠনৰ মই ডিচিপ্লিন চলজাৰ গতিকে ভিতৰত থাকি কথাবোৰ ভিতৰতে ক'ব পৰা যায় যেহেতু মই ৰিজাইন দি আহিছোঁ এতিয়া বাহিৰত কথাখিনি কৈছোঁ
Okay, that has not been answered actually, the timing of the resignation, that is his question, but that's not the issue. With this, at the end of the day, one thing is very clear, that 2021 Assam election is what is going to happen, what are the shapes, what are the different alignments that is going to take place are extremely hazy at this point in time. But one thing is clear, the BJP is ahead as far as the election race is concerned, closely followed by the Congress and the AIUDF, and of course, the new regional parties like the Ahom Jatiya Parishad also cannot be absolutely ignored because they have clearly established today that they are expecting support from organizations like the All Assam Students Union and the AJYCP, Ahom Jatiyatwadi Yuva Chhatra Parishad. Elections are election, as I have said, the voter is the king. We'll have to wait and watch. I thank all my panelists for participating in this very engaging discussion. Good night and goodbye.